Okay, round 25, last round. Can't wait for this one.
I think.
Starts first.
So one thing that is clear is, I think the minor premiership means very little. I know there's a little check at the end, but the way the clubs are holding players out, and anyway, maybe they could look into that because mostly something a little bit more important than teams take it.
Well, I think it's $100,000. You know what they should do? They should go free trip for 30 to Vegas for a week. I reckon teams would try that.
That's a pretty good idea, Andrew.
Thursday night, it starts with the Raiders up against the Roosters. Roosters players back. JWH, Angus Crichton back. For me, Raiders too much to play for. And I like the look of the Raiders bench. Emre Gula, Ryan Sutton, Corey Horsburgh, and Havili. I think they got a stronger bench.
On the contrary, you look at the Roosters, they're all kids. Egan, Sam Walker.
Yeah.
I think
Ben Muskie,
yeah. I find the Canberra attack, I heard you on another show talk about clunky. They're very clunky. Nothing there looks fluent. But a few offloads through the middle, and I think they miss them. If they can get a few of them away, I think they become very dangerous. But Roosters team looks as strong as it's looked for a couple of months, I reckon. So, given what happened last week, they'll want to finish the year strong. I'm going to Roosters. Yep.
Okay, I'm going Raiders. Friday night, early game, 6 p.m, we've got the Sharks up against the Storm. Storm got an absolute stack of players out. Sharks have to win for an opportunity to get that 8th position. I like the way the Sharks have been attacking. Some young players come. Geez, I like Trindle at halfback. He's playing well. Matt Moylan, first time he's started for a long time for the Sharks. I think the Sharks can upset the Storm in this one.
It's funny, you lose all those players, but you get back Dale Finucane and Delsa De Sofa Solomona. You still got Brandon Smith and Harry Grant. Very dangerous footy team. But I'm with you. I think, the Sharkies should have too much to win. I'm nervous about their middle. I think if they give away too many penalties and they get a bit careless, then Melbourne will just eat them up.
So you like the Sharks?
Only got a Shark.
And then the Friday night game, live and free, we've got the Eels up against the Panthers. Eels resting a stack of stars. Penrith not. Penrith win by plenty.
I'm thinking the same. I think their best player the last couple of weeks has been their front row. He's out. Clint Gutherson's out. So once you take them two out, you take out a huge chunk of what they've been going well.
Moses Dillon Brown out.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they've rested an absolute stack. So
and the Panthers going in pretty much full strength.
Yeah.
So I like the order in which the games are going. I think the Cronulla result's going to determine a lot of our other teams' play. I think, and I think the Eels and the Panthers. I think if that goes away, we're saying, and I think we already have known what the Roosters have done.
Just a quick one, Freddie. Back in your day, you're playing for the Roosters. You're guaranteed, whatever position, second, third. Would you want the week off?
I remember there was a year when I playing for the Roosters early in the time I was there. It was actually, I think, 1997. We played North Sydney the first semi, and they rested, or Gus rested, half a dozen players, and I played. And ended up being a great game. Won the game, and it was one of those pretty memorable victories. So I always wanted to play, mate. There were times every now and then when you just had a hard week, but as soon as you got to the game, you just thought, "Oh, I want to be out there. I don't want to be sitting on the sideline." It was awful. So always wanted to play.
Okay. 3 o'clock game. We've got the Broncos up against the Knights. Knights resting some players. Jacob Safidi not there. Daniel Safidi out with the injury. Mitch Barnett not playing. So they're resting some forwards. And the Broncos, dangerous team. High-scoring game, this one. There could be plenty of points, even though the Knights tax spread. I'm going to go the Knights. I think they can win.
The Knights. Huge game for David Clemmer. He's been out for a while. I really think he can make a difference there. Everyone's talking about the season Payne Haas has had. And you know what? I think if Clem can have one of his great games, he'll give the Knights a chance. But I feel like Brisbane might be too much energy.
There you go, the Bronx.
I'm going the Bronx.
5:30 game, Cowboys up against the Seagulls. Seagulls not resting any players. They're playing their full team, as far as we know. Cowboys' first win for a long time last week. I'm going to go Manly.
I think it'll be interesting because Manly get to see the Roosters and Parramatta play. If those results go against them and one of them leap Manly, I think they'll all play. But it'll be interesting if it's the other way around where they both get beat and then that guarantees Manly fourth spot. So time will tell. I think I'll go Manly, but I really like the look of the Cowboys team. I like Holmes in the centres. The hammer at fullback. I like their positioning there. I think that's a team that can go into the future.
Okay. 7:30 game, Saturday night, we've got the Dragons up against the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs been impressed a little bit this week.
Wow. It's been relentless.
Oh, isn't it what?
But in saying that's taken the focus of everyone else in South Sydney. So, it's been able to bring those kids through and, they've rested a heap of players. They've rested fullback, halfback, 5'8", hooker. So it's going to be a totally different footy team. I'm going the Dragons, actually. I really enjoyed watching them last week. Sullivan, Amoni, and Sloan.
Yeah.
It was great watching them. So I'm going to back them this week. They haven't won a game since the barbecue. So they might win one before it's over.
Anyone at Channel 9 there, can you get on to Mitch Clark and tell him to stop sending me messages? Send me videos. I'm going to go the Dragons.
Yeah, same here.
Like some of their young players. Geez, they've added something.
Hmm.
You've always had a rap. Who was a young guy? Jaden Sullivan. When you wrapped him to me, geez, he's going well.
Yeah, him and the fullback have played a lot together. They'll be a great little duo going forward.
And then Sunday, the early game, we've got the Titans up against the Warriors. This game is going to be a really entertaining game. Day game, sea-bus, fast surface, nice day. I'm going to go the Warriors. Geez, they tough it out. Geez, they're one team that if they could win those tight games, they'd be around the top four.
It'd be interesting because Cronulla and also Canberra play before this game. I think they're at the moment about 25 behind Cronulla. So if them two teams get beat, they can actually move into 8th spot, which, when you look at the games that they have to play, one's playing Melbourne and the other one's playing the Roosters. So they're very capable of getting beat there. So the Titans are still a chance. So I'm going to go with the Titans.
Okay. And then live and free, Tigers up against the Bulldogs. You'll see this one on 9. Doesn't look like much of a game, but this will be entertaining. Tigers showed some real fight last week against Penrith.
Yeah, they're competitive, both of them. I thought the Bulldogs against Manly as well. Very sprightly. So I'm actually looking forward to this game. A couple of local city teams had tough seasons. They want to finish strong. I like the look of it. I'm going to go the Dogs to win their last game. Make it 3 wins for the year.
Well, your brain matter is the same as that thing over your right shoulder. That cockatoo. I'm going to go the Tigers. Right, let's go through it. I've gone Raiders.
Roosters.
Sharks.
Penrith.
Knights.
Broncos.
Manly.
Dragons. Titans.
Warriors.
And Dogs. Ooh, yeah. How did we go last week? Do you see it?
No idea.
Yeah,
Can't remember last week. All right, good luck with your tipping.